Hey guys, how are we doing today? So a lot of people have been asking me for a pure Cyber Dragon profile, and I know you guys love machine dupe, I know you guys love fusion heavy builds, so I wanted to give you my take on a competitive fusion OTK build for Cyber Dragons. This isn't my recommended build, but I did have a lot of fun playing it, and it brought back good memories of the old days, just the I'm gonna beat you down one turn, let's do this, and it was really fun, and I actually did surprisingly better than I thought. But if I'm going to a regional or a YCS or something like that once the world opens back up, this isn't the type of build I'm going to take because I don't trust it as much as others. But it was really fun, and I know you guys are going to enjoy. We'll have a few replays later on after we talk about the deck list. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like this and enjoyed. We have other Cyber Dragon content for you guys like always. Might do another how-to, more informative video on the deck. We're undecided about that, but just other good meta relevant content. So without further ado, let's dive right into the deck list. We have 3 Cyber Dragons. Like I said, this build was, I was trying to make a build that I thought the majority of people would really like but still be decently competitive, and I know one Cyber Dragon is controversial to say the least. A lot of people don't like it, so I wanted to try and appease to the rest of the crowd because I have catered to that one Cyber Dragon group for so long. I wanted to test the list and get a solid build down to give that nostalgia feel, that old Cyber Dragon feel, the OTK, the heavy on the fusions, bringing out Cyber and stuff like that. So 3 Cyber Dragons, triple core because the card's just insane, 3 Hertz, 2 Naxter. Considered 3 because we're playing machine dupe and it is a dupe target, but I ended up going with 2 and 2 fear. So I went 2 fear for a multitude of reasons. One, it chain blocks any quick effect because it's a trigger effect. So Appaloosa, Boarload Savage, Cyber Dragon Infinity, you know, not just an Ash Blossom. A lot of people think it's just Ash Blossom. It is not just Ash Blossom. It chain blocks those other cards too. So that's really big, especially in a format where they put out so many negates, and well, we know how much of a pain that can be. Otherwise, it's a level 4 for your overflow, which I almost decided to cut for this build, but it's just too good not to play it at least 1. Otherwise, it's also a free body on board. You summon a Cyber Dragon, you go into it, you go into your Verde, you get your overflow to the grave, overload, sorry, and you got 6,800 damage just like that, not counting the other 4 cards in your hand. So really good that way. Easy Verde plays, easy Seeger plays, easy just any fusion plays like with your Power Bond, anything like that, because you can normal any of the babies, special summon it. Now you have 2 Cyber Dragon on the field, meaning you can Power Bond into a twin and swing for 9,600. So just really good in this build at 2, and I did like it. Playing dupe, so there's really no reason for 3 Galaxy Soldiers. It's not a combo focused build, so we don't need to max out on the extenders. It's just a great extender. Therefore, we are playing double Galaxy Soldier. 1 Jizukiru because searchable Kaiju, I've said it time and time again. Searchable Kaiju is so powerful and such a good tool to have in our toolbox. Hand traps, this is where I kept changing the deck and going around with. I know a lot of people, especially those who want to play the fusion heavy OTK builds, don't like hand traps. I understand, I get it, but my point of this build isn't just to give you guys a fusion OTK list. I want to give you a list that can win, that can do good at your locals, that you can play online and see good success with. And the sad reality is hand traps are part of the game now. They're really needed, and you need them to be impactful. You're not going to OTK through an Adamancipator board. You're not going to OTK through Eldritch. You're not going to OTK through a lot of these decks unless you have a way to slow them down on their turn before you get to go. So hand traps are a necessity. Psy-frame, in my opinion, is arguably the best. A lot of decks don't play it because they want to go first, because it doesn't fit into the strategy, because in order to have it main decked, they would have to basically play Lambda and cater their combos to getting into that Lambda as well, and it just kind of doesn't really fit the theme of most decks. But it is a super powerful hand trap because it negates and destroys. It is a light, so it's discard fodder for your soldier, for your Naxter. Either or, it does not matter. Yes, they can be garnets and bricky, but we're trying to win turn 1, and bricking on this turn 1 is not necessary. It's about as likely as breaking on dupe turn 1. It's not going to happen more often than not. It's the mid game, it's the grind game when the card really starts to get bricky. But like I said, this build's not focused to go past much more than turn 2 even. The focus is win. Win now, win, hit hard, and get it over with. So 3 gammas, 1 driver. 3 DD Crow. I like DD Crow more than Ash because I just feel it's more impactful head to head, and it's not once per turn, so I'd rather see 2 DD Crows than 2 Ash. Ash being once per turn and having the Psy frames take up 4 slots. I wanted to keep this kind of at that 9 slot for my hand trap lineup. So 2 Ash Blossom, 3 Cyber Emergency, duh. Double Repair Plant. I know some think this could get clunky or so, but I really don't think so. I like it at 2, especially with All Mirage. It makes it live right away turn 1, and especially when I'm playing Machine Dupe, I want 2 Repair Plants. And I want 2 Repair Plants because after turn 1, we usually have 3 Cyber Dragons in grave, meaning you activate your Repair Plant, you can use both effects, and shuffle one of your OG Cyber Dragons back into your deck, making your other Machine Dupes not bricks, and that way they can actually do something. So yeah, that's a really good thing to do. I consider with dupe builds, I really like playing 2 Repair Plant, 1 Rev System, 1 Cyber Load, double Overload, and 1 Power Bond, so 4 fusion spells, and we can play Cyber Load or Overload out of the deck via Verde Anaconda. Power Bond, sadly, we cannot, but again, the nostalgia feel, and I found playing it at 1 maybe not ideal in a big tournament setting, but playing it at 1 is not that bricky, and it can steal games, and it's so much fun to have that old Cyber Twin Power Bond, Cyber End Power Bond, stuff like that, the nostalgia behind it. And I had a lot of pleasure making this deck, and I really hope you guys enjoy. It was fun and good to bring back those memories. 3 Machine Dupe, because we've already said card's just insane when it resolves. 1 Foolish Burial, and 1 Cybernetic Overflow. The extra deck, like I said, we're fusion heavy here, so we got almost half the extra deck as fusions. We got our Cyber End in here, Cyber Twin, Cyber Eternity. I wanted the whole toolbox here. We're playing 4 fusion spells, so I want double Rampage because there's a good chance you could go into 2 in one game. Mega Fleet at 1, Fortress at 1, both I like there. For this particular format at least, because even the decks that like combo Eldritch and stuff, now that they do use their extra deck and links, they tribute Auroradon off anyway, so Mega Fleet is virtually useless against Auroradon combo deck, which happens to be a lot of them right now, and I found 1 Mega Fleet to be plenty. Like I said, then Fortress Dragon, 2 Nova, 2 Infinity. You can get by with less, but this is a deck that puts out a lot of level 5s, and being able to go like double Nova on your first turn and turn 1 into Infinity and use the other one as a 4200 beater when you banish and use his effect after your Cyber Dragon attacks can be really good. Obviously you can't overlay into Infinity twice per turn that way, but you can still make 2 Novas, make one of them into an Infinity and the other one is a big beater. Pleiades, because it's another really good rank 5. All Mirage for our repair plants mostly. Seeger and Verte for our OTKing and our win conditions. So like I said, I had a lot of fun building this deck, and it took a lot longer to get around to it than I had initially planned, but people have been pushing me for it, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and the fact that I was playing dupe again and Power Bond can outweigh the hand traps in there, and you guys enjoyed. Like I said, enjoy the replays and make sure you hit that subscribe button. We absolutely appreciate it, and we have a really sweet Cyber Dragon playmat to give away if we can hit our goal of 1,000 subs by the end of the month. Time's approaching, but we've gained a lot of ground very quickly. So thanks for watching, guys.